Oh, she's nuts. Yeah, yeah, she's crazy. Yeah. She's mentally ill. That's what everybody thinks of her. She's just totally insane and damaged and sad and she's stupid, of course, because she believes in Jesus. She's so stupid, yeah. She's a crazy cat lady. Yeah. Don't understand what she's saying. Oh my gosh, it's so difficult to understand. Because it's math that you don't want to talk about. Number one thing y'all don't seem to ever talk about is the anatomical HOW. No, they do. Free space optics communication for low power and handhelds. Hey, the economy is legitimately going to crap. Don't listen to those guys. Yeah, they're crazy too. Chart of radio frequency and electromagnetic frequency advances in correlating what? Long range low data rate. What? What? Shut up. She's crazy. Duh. Oh, okay. I should probably read that again. Hang on. Let me grab my keyboard. Welcome to my screensaver. My baby made that one. Uh-huh. That's been written since 2008. Crazy. Crazy. So crazy. Never explain yourself. Your friends don't need it and your enemies won't believe it. Yeah, I know. It's the world tree, the 9 worlds of the Norse. Freedom from War, the United States Program for General and Complete Disarmament in a Peaceful World, released September 1961, Department of State. There's your internet of bodies with your land misusers, debtors, and deplorables. Disarmament in a peaceful world. How would you go about that? What have you been doing with this technology since I was little? Dad, I don't want to go to Mars again. Oh, what was Project Stargate with the CIA? She's crazy. Yeah, that's interesting. The government couldn't prove that, and they did try. A lot. Oh, a lot. Yeah. Amazing. What are you really doing? I mean, is this what you're really doing? Because what have you been doing with, we're going to space? Well, they claim you weren't really on the moon. Then you said you lost the tapes. Then I found out that you've had low Earth orbit satellites since the 1800s, along with visible light communication, and I worked at Whitewater. So, what are you doing? Microfluidics ring a bell? No. Neuromorphic chipsets? No. Harari told you they're under the skin. Who's that? I don't know what you're talking about. Of course not. Of course not. They're jobs, I said. No, Sabrina. No, honey. No, just shut up. We got it. Bioenergy assessing method and system for diagnosing and providing therapy. That's a patent. Oh my God. It's a patent? Yeah, from 1995. Hang on. Yeah, 1995. Amazing. Assessment of data reflecting the level of inner bioenergy produced by a human body. Hang on, for what? Data acquisition. Multi-channel data acquisition. Yeah. Scalar and vector. She's crazy. And an electronics mapping. Wow, so crazy that I know how to read your math. I know, it's amazing. And other people out there are much better than me at figuring out where the government spends their money. It's open source. And I'm like, yeah, those are the companies. Oh, thank you for that. What's the Fourier? More math. Oh, crazy like Cambridge. Here we go. Yeah, it's the reason, Sabrina, that you don't believe in space is because you're stupid. Well, is it? I don't know. I'm starting to think it might have to do with them lying about cosmology 500 years ago. And they've been pretty good about it so far. Everybody believes we're on the moon, and I keep asking for evidence of a continuous connection to the moon. That's Hermeticism in your Kabbalah. All your garbage that they lie about. There's some reality for you. Scalable wireless body area network for biological telemetry. Yeah, that's ResearchGate in 2009. Yeah, isn't that something? It's in the Synergy Tech Metric PDF too, right? Fundamental particles and interactions. Amazing. Okay, we're at almost 5 minutes in my screensaver because I'm really burnt out on you guys out there screaming and yelling about me being crazy when I'm one of the only people, sorry, but I am, who called this for what it is. And now I'm gonna rub your face in it because I don't want to be involved in your COINTEL operators that are beneath me. I told you this, and the reason for that, and I don't want to be dealing with them, is because I'm trying to help some people on X. And I'll be back to read this. I don't know who Jimbo Fisher is, but occasionally this person posts some pretty cool stuff. And what's happened is the people on the X, they saw like one video of mine because of so many of you that have been kind. And the naysayers, you know, they're running out of excuses because the main thing I talk about is what you can get out of grok. And so as you can imagine, no matter what age they are and no matter where they come from, they're like, hey, if she's such a nut job, how come everything she said is right here? Well, I'm going to do you one better. So I was minding my own business, doing the dishes in the kitchen. No, I am not kidding. I had been doing videos simultaneously while Trump was in the White House, informing the rest of you, not the Synergist community. I promise you, when they hear this, they're going to be falling asleep because they already know all of it. But the rest of you who decided, oh, telecommunications, that's conspiracy theory. And the rest of us were greatly disturbed by that. We were very disturbed by your behavior. We're like, where are you getting conspiracy theory? I don't understand, you know. Conspiracy theory in telecommunications, OpenAI super agent, the end of human work. And see, it says 3 minutes in, because I already made this video for the Synergy community last night and tied it in with some other problems, like being addicted to my AI girlfriend, but my voice gets really tight and kind of screechy because I'm so furious with those of you that have allowed this to go on. Oh, we're going back to 1995. No, you're not. You're going to Project Stargate. You're about to find out that everything I told you, along with electronic health records, you're going to hear it now right out of the White House. And I'm going to enjoy it because I want to see you backtrack your fat ass with Miss Piggy and friends regarding biosensors. When I warned you it was a warfare doctrine, I warned you about electronic health records, I warned you about Cisco Yang microband, and they told you it doesn't exist, and they told you it's the seat of Satan. Nah, bitch, now it's the White House. You know, 6 months ago I said, stop lying about me and what I'm talking about, please. I'm a medical test subject survivor, which is why I get rather pissed off. No, we're going to keep lying, Sabrina. We need clean blood, clearly. Oh, looky. I type in Project Stargate, and 2 hours ago, Trump announces United States artificial infrastructure. Artificial infrastructure. Oh, you mean like an electronic corridor? Gotta grab that what that nice lady let everybody know about. Oh, there's that Department of Energy with their AI, the Q. And here is what I told you about. I said Texas, just like in 1953 mapped out Texas, West Virginia, New York. Yeah, it was written in my great uncle's notes. So the Autonomy Institute 2021, it's an electrified corridor, yeah, for our autonomous systems like we have with the real Skynet and Skyborg that work together with Pentagon Directive 3009, autonomy in weapon systems, which could be radio frequency integrated circuits, drones, UAPs, UAVs, could be a lot of things, but one thing it is not is a conspiracy theory. Whoopsie! Did you do it again? Did you lie about me again? I guarantee you, if you have friends that have watched me for any amount of time, they're ignoring you. They may not tell you that they're watching me, which I tell them all the time. That's a good thing. Don't tell nobody nothing. You don't owe them anything. Screw that. You don't need to tell them who you're listening to. I just want you to think. I want you to know where to look in a book. I don't want you to be caught off guard. Corridors are ready. Oh, are they now? What corridors? Does this have to do with the power grid? I bet it does. Does it have to do with data centers? I bet it does. It's not funny. You know, when you lie about people, normally they call that slander and libel. But when you lie about a disabled lady who's fairly without any money, thanks to being stuck on Social Security and, crawling across the floor when I can't move properly due to being disabled, and you go out there and tell people lots of cute little fairy tales so that you can continue scamming money off of people, you do realize that eventually they're going to figure out you're full of shit and I'm not. It's that simple. Clicky, clicky. Whoopsie. Okay? Here's another one for you before we get started. Digital twin. Synergist bingo card. You were busy telling us that electronic warfare was only for tanks and planes. And we were over here with Nippon Telegraph and Telephone Company. Okay? And the reason that we were was because of the different things Nippon, Japan, is doing with what? Berkshire and Hathaway Business Wire talking about digital twins for business. Yeah. And that it had all been put together with the Internet of Everything. And this is back in June of 2019. So who is SoftBank? Who are they? Well, it's a Japanese multinational investment holding company. Yeah? What do they do? Well, they invest in private and public business, provide cashless payment services, etc., etc. What are they famous for? Well, they're the third largest wireless carrier in Japan. Oh, interesting. Yeah. They work with NTT. They seem to work with a bunch of them. Aiming to transform into a global company, SoftBank changed its name in 1990. Yeah. Amazing, huh? Okay. What does the company Oracle do? Juxtaposition is laughing himself off his chair. Oracle is a software and hardware company that provides a variety of products and services. Oh, yeah, they do. Cloud computing, enterprise, structured query language, business and banking as a service. There's that SaaS. Your blockchain, banking as a service, electronic health records, on that health level 7, electronic health records. Oh, what's that about? A set of standardized protocols used to exchange electronic health information between different healthcare systems. And I said they're writing that data into your body with the W-band blockchain. And your nerd friends lied to you. I said you're not decentralized, honey. You're more available to the mesh networking, just like cybersecurity Rob Braxman told you. And then I showed you pictures and more pictures, and I explained to you that the emergence of biomedical sensor devices, those would be your biosensors. Yeah. Wireless communication and innovation and other technologies for healthcare applications in June 2020. And your doctor friends lied to your face. Repeatedly. They didn't do it just once or twice. They did it repeatedly. Then they sent out Miss Piggy to remind you that you shouldn't be watching people like me. You shouldn't be listening to people like me. I don't have letters before my name to dehumanize you, to make me better than you, to put myself above you. Nope. I'm just a normal person on a mountain who was permanently medically disfigured, altered, shot holes all through my spine, and big needles into my mother's belly while I was still in utero. I have no right to be angry. I have no right to question my government. Okay, I call that Stockholm Syndrome, so do many people, just so we're clear. It's June 2012, I said, and you all out there went, ah! Ah! And you haven't quit yet, and we've been still looking for a physician to get out there and just be like, oh yeah, it's telehealth and mHealth, man. It's pretty old. Now, this is 2012 with the FCC. That wasn't good enough for everybody, so I brought the FDA Congressional Modernization Act, and I'm like, hey, digital twins and assays, just like we found over here in Japan. It's a digital twin. What are you doing? You're seriously not telling people? Like, what's going on here? This is SQL database structures for the digital twin with the Department of Defense and IBM. She lives in her mom's basement. That's really egregious and vile and nasty and untrue. That one was interesting. That was really offensive, given when I can't walk, my daughter cries. So do both of them. There you are, sending the most horrible rumors, saying the most egregious things ad hominem about someone who survived the medical testing for what we're going to learn about right now from the White House. Can be great. So again, how does Oracle make money? They have a business model. Sure do. Yeah, I had Oracle software too when I worked for the cable company. Yeah. It's a behemoth software company founded in 1977 by Larry Ellison, Bob Miner, and Ed Oates. Again, juxtaposition, be laughing. And the company followed the on-premise software model, but mostly successfully transitioned to the cloud model. Yeah. What is Project Stargate really? Like, are we going to talk about this? Yup, no, it's here. Well, then what is it? 3 hours ago, the Stargate Project is a new company which intends to invest $500 billion over the next 4 years, building new AI infrastructure for open AI. Okay. The Stargate Project. Where's Grandpa from? Fort Meade Station 1. Who is pissing me off using my body as a body area network beacon-enabled MAC ID? The DIA. Let's read on. The Stargate Project was a secret U.S. Army unit. Mom was involved with the Army before she was Air Force. Oh, see. Anyways. So the U.S. Army unit established in 1977 at Fort Meade, Maryland by the DIA and SRI International, they're over there in California, to investigate the potential for psychic phenomena in military and domestic intelligence applications. The project and its precursors and sister projects, all your cute little code names that you pass around each other as if it's so secret. No, they chased down anyone who had psionic abilities. Skip Atwater, a psychic headhunter, to General Stubblebine. More people that are out there talking, but they know. And later president of the Monroe Institute. You're not allowed to have psionic abilities unless they're digging around in your brain tissue. You have a handler, or they send you out with someone watching you, or a login from Pendleton. Yeah. Unless you're one of those people, if those SCP people exist in which your genetics are a little outside their comfort zone, then they just send people around you to harass you, make sure you never have a job, you never have real friends, you're surrounded by people who are purposely trying to herd your behavior by acting like a bunch of jerks and keeping you constantly in stress. They'll tell you they're your friend and sabotage everything you do. You'll get fired from your job and nobody cares. Oh, look, it's the men who stare at goats. But it's the Monroe Institute. That doesn't mean shit. Those are the people who adhesed with AI, became a Dizdar doll, or what we now call, what are they called? Real world entities, because they're half human and half AI with organelles and organoids or other types of synthetic biology with genetic circuits. Does anybody remember when I said I had to reverse engineer this from the post office? That I didn't realize what the hell was really going on until I did? Yeah, you guys love to forget that. It's cool. The CIA and DIA decided they should investigate and know as much about it as possible. As much about what? The Stargate project was terminated and declassified in 1995. We're going to space! And I said, what have you been doing with all this since I was little? The same thing you had planned on doing with it since I was little. That's why you won't tell anybody you're surveilling them under the skin. It's why all this remote viewing bullshitting each other with Russell Targ and Put Off and all of you, I said, why are you lying to people? I know what the Eugene wave was. I know how you're agitating or perturbating the biofield with the Doppler. How come you're not telling people you're under their skin? Army intelligence then formalized this in mid-1978 as Operation Grill Flame, based in buildings at Fort Meade with INSCOM Detachment G. In early 79, research at SRI was integrated into Grill Flame, which was redesignated INSCOM Center Lane Project. In 83 and 84, the existence of the program, Jack Anderson, National Academy of Sciences, and National Research. You're under people's skin, tethering their brain tissue to the cloud. Limited dissemination. Special access program to limited dissemination with the help of SAIC. Oh, somebody tell Gabriel Cruz. He was so incensed. SAIC, the American technology company helping route data through human bodies, jump in cell phone towers to do it. Yeah, we call that ORAN nowadays with the wireless sensor networks that we've also been researching with the smart dust. Since the 70s forward, then it got real popular with RAND Corporation in the 90s. And then we handed it out to all the young nerds on the Beltway. That's what I told you. That's what it is. And then I can go watch South by Southwest, and if I'm a synergist, I already know all this. So we're going to Mars, huh? We're going to plant a flag on Mars. Are we now? It's interesting. Did you tell anybody about this? No. And last I checked, you're not going to until about 17 years from now. Amazing. Okay. Full-time psychics working on a budget out of Fort Meade. All right. And they're adhesing with their digital twin, just like the psychics, the energy workers out of Vegas, with your digital essays, Elisa essays. Independent review in 1995 to shut down Stargate.